Alright, hello and welcome to PMPLounge.com. My name is Shoaib. I'm the voice behind all the videos that you see on the PMPLounge.com website or the YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/PMPLounge, wherever you're watching this video on. Now, the inspiration of this video comes in from an email that came to me from somebody named Jamie. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And the email reads, I am done with my PMP preparation. Tomorrow is my PMP exam. Oh, all the best. Hope you clear your PMP exam. So there are certain names of the mock exams, and we have also suggested certain mock exams that you can take up. I link to that video in the description below. I think I've named like 5 mock tests resources for you. You can definitely go and take up mock exams. It's very, very important to take mock exams and clear them and score at least 70 to 75 or more in your mock exams. Though that is a good enough figure, that is what at least experts believe, for you to be able to clear your PMP. So Jamie has mentioned some of the mock exams that he has already taken and he's scoring good on them. Now his question is interesting, and which is the inspiration of this video. And his question is, what should I do now till tomorrow? A very interesting question. I've made a lot of videos on tips and tricks and, how to clear your PMP exam and, concepts to keep in mind and all kinds of tips that I could think of from PMP perspective. But this is an important question, right? It's different kind of question. You are done with everything. Tomorrow is your PMP exam. You're scoring good on your mock exams as well. What now? What do I need to do? Well, the first thing that you need to do should be to relax, because preparing for the PMP exam is a marathon, right? It will take, over here at PMP Lounge, we suggest 7 weeks. It will take easily 2 months, right? 7 weeks and then a week buffer, let's say. You have been studying for roughly 2 months, and it's a marathon. You've done a great job. If you're done with your preparation, if you're scoring great in your mock exams, tomorrow it's just a matter of reaching the exam center, writing the test and clearing it. That's it. You are done. All the best with that again. So I think the first thing that you need to do is to relax. It has been a marathon. It has been a lot of hard work. But all of that is going to pay tomorrow when you take up your exam. So yeah, I think the first thing you need to do is sort of relax. The fact that you're writing this question, you are still trying to understand if you're missing anything, if there's any last minute preparation that you should be doing. No, nothing like that. Do not take up anything new. Do not read new things now. You're done. You have done your preparation. You have given your time, you have scored good marks in your mock exams. Tomorrow, it's just a matter of going to the exam center and writing the exam. So I think the first thing you need to do is to relax. I have some other tips. The other thing you can do is to make sure that you sleep 8 hours tonight, right? So if tomorrow is your exam, make sure that you get full 8 hours of sleep. You don't want to be feeling exhausted and sleepy in the exam. That's probably the last thing you would want to do, right? It's a 4-hour long exam, and if you haven't slept the night before, you'll definitely feel sleepy during the exam. So avoid that. Have a full 8 hours of sleep. Don't feel sleepy. Don't feel exhausted in your exam. You will be able to achieve that if you take full 8 hours of sleep. So again, like I said, relax. Number 2, take full 8 hours of sleep tonight, the night before the exam, right? Another tip is to reach well before time. So I think it's important to kind of beat the traffic, beat the issues with Uber, or if you're driving to the exam center, if you don't know the venue, right, the location, if you don't know the venue, if there could be certain hassles at the exam center itself, right? Probably your exam center is situated on the 20th floor and the lift is not working, right? The elevator, that's not working for my American viewers, right? So if the elevator is not working, your exam center is on 20th floor and you're already late to the exam, you don't want those kind of hassles just before your PMP exam. PMP for most of you is going to be the longest exam that you would have ever taken, right? 4 hours. For me personally, that has been the longest exam that I have ever taken, right? 4 hours is a lot of time. And if you're late for the exam already and you are kind of dealing with hassles like these, you are dealing with traffic, you're dealing with issues with the Uber app, you're dealing with your own car, you've got a flat tire, let's say, you are dealing with elevator issues at your exam center is on 20th floor and the elevator is not working, the lift is not working, things like these. And worst, you're not able to locate where your exam center is, you're not able to find the address. These are the kind of things that you definitely don't want to deal with before your PMP exam. So I'd always suggest, let's say if your exam slot is 2 p.m. to 6 p.m., try to reach at 1 p.m. Avoid all these hassles, avoid all these traffic, Uber, all these BS, avoid all of this and be prepared for your exam. Focus on your exam. You don't want to lose your focus from your PMP exam. All the project management concepts are in your head right now. Just before the exam, you don't want anything else to take that mind space other than the project management concepts, other than your brain dump, which is extremely important, right? I've made a video on PMP brain dump as well. I'll find that and link that in the description, how to create your own brain dump as well. So yeah, relax. Have full 8 hours of sleep, reach before time at the exam center. And number 4, and the last thing I'd want to suggest is to, be prepared for the kind of security checks that are going to happen at the exam center. A lot of people get a bit frustrated with the kind of security checks. I mean, it's not an airport, right? But the security checks are at par with our airports. They might ask you to remove your shoes. You will not be allowed to carry your cell phone, any PDAs, or even your wristwatch inside the exam center, right? So things like these, right, can kind of be a hassle, can kind of result in some sort of frustration. If you're wearing, if you're wearing shoes and you want to, and if they ask you to remove your shoes, you need to get down, open up your laces, remove your shoes. They might ask you to remove your socks, and it's sort of frustrating for some of the folks, right? So be prepared for it. You have to accommodate this so that you reach the exam center before time, and you have this in your mind that these are the kind of security checks that I will have to go through before I can enter the exam center. So accommodate this in your mind, be prepared for it. Don't get frustrated with such small things just before one of the most important exams of your career, right? And then there's my last tip is to make sure that you have had your lunch, or you've had your food, or if you have had your snacks before the exam, right? At a lot of places, at a lot of exam centers, even if you're carrying, let's say, a drink or a snack with you, and obviously you have to keep your bags in the locker outside the exam center. At a lot of exam centers, you might not be allowed to open your locker during the time you're taking the exam, right? That's a possibility. So if you're carrying, let's say, an apple with you because you thought, okay, during the exam I can take a break and eat this apple and go back, that might not be allowed during your during your exam, right? A lot of exam center they do not allow you to grab your bags or open your locker during your exam time. The other thing which this reminded me of is the fact that it is a 4 hours exam and there are no breaks. So you might think it's a 4 hour exam, maybe after 2 hours they can give you a 10-minute break or anything. It's nothing like it. If you want to take a break, it will be included within the 4 hour exam time itself. So there are no breaks in those 4 hours. And that is why, again, the importance of mock exams come into picture, right? if you're taking up mock exams, mock PMP tests, try to sit through and get used to this 4 hours of exam time. And that way you won't feel the need of taking a break, and you won't feel tired sitting at the same place for 4 hours if you have already taken up your mock exams and are already prepared for it. So those are some of my tips. If tomorrow is your exam, like Jamie mentioned, all the best to you. These are some of the things to keep in mind. Keep yourself relaxed, keep yourself hydrated, and all the best. That's all I can say. I hope you clear your PMP exam and become a PMP certified project manager and grow in your career. So that's all I had in this video. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Check us out on our social media, facebook.com/PMP Lounge and twitter.com/PMP Lounge. And as always, do check out the website pmplounge.com, your #1 free resource for PMP certification and project management industry information. If you have any questions related to PMP or project management in general, feel free to drop that at pmplounge@gmail.com. Thank you.